Ever notice how back in the days men showed us more respect than what they do now? And I think some of that has to do with the way we dress. I mean, there's many reasons why, but I think some of that reason has to do with how we dress. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a trendy fashion. I might see something on TV or in a magazine and say, "Hey, I want to wear that." And it doesn't matter if you're large, small, voluptuous, or whatever you are. Here are 10 reasons why not to dress promiscuous. When a guy sees our body, and as black women especially, we have very beautiful bodies, a lot of us. But when we dress like that and we reveal ourselves, it sends a guy a message that we are available for sex. Whether we hate that concept, like it or not, it's definitely true. The nature of a man, they're already thinking physically anyway. So our goal as women should be to divert them from sexual engagement as long as possible. So putting ourselves out there, no matter how cute we may think it is, it's definitely going to send the wrong message. And then that's not being true to ourselves, especially for the single sisters who may actually want a serious relationship, which ties me into my second reason not to dress that way is because when a man, or most men anyway, when they're looking for a wife in a serious relationship, they usually don't choose women whom everyone across social media and through text messages have seen that particular woman's body parts. Most men, they find that unattractive. They may want to sleep with you, but that doesn't mean that they're going to take you seriously. And that's something that I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want a guy looking at me only for sex. Okay? And some of the attire that you see a lot of the entertainers wearing, a lot of the female entertainers, they are just that. They're entertainers. They're on stage. And just because it's on stage doesn't mean in your everyday life that you should be dressed like an entertainer. Okay? So that's one of the things. And another thing is some of the attire that we wear, it's kind of like lingerie, borderline. And it's things that really should be worn only in front of your significant other or basically your husband. Definitely shouldn't be worn outside. And the way that we should get a man's attention is through our poise, our hygiene, our character, our charm, and our demeanor. As women, we naturally love to gain the attention of men. I know I do too. But one of the ways that we should do that is definitely by showing them that we're more than just sexual objects. Another thing is when you put nudes out there, nude pictures, that's like the thing to do nowadays. But you put your safety at risk when you put nudes of yourself. There's all sorts of tracking devices, Google picture tracking, and all sorts of things. And sometimes you may be on a dating site or something, and, you might want to show off something really revealing or maybe no clothes at all. Some guys are not just going to look at those pictures and say, "Oh, she's cute" or "she's hot." Some guys are going to actually try to find you. So definitely want to be careful about putting those nudes out there. And another thing is, now this isn't to say all guys, but when some guys get upset at you, the relationship doesn't work or the outcome didn't turn out the way he thought it would, some guys will leak your pictures. And sometimes, they go viral out on the internet, and maybe you didn't have plans for that to happen. So definitely want to be mindful of that. Another thing is when we dress like that, really revealing clothes. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with dressing flattering to your figure. Every woman wants to be appealing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we have to watch the message that we send our young daughters, because a lot of times our daughters want to be like us, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's why we have to watch the way we dress. And another thing my mother told me, she said, I don't want you having anything on that I would put on. And I think that held some merit. Our daughters should not be dressing like grown women. They shouldn't be wearing high heels. They shouldn't be wearing halter tops, especially at very, very young ages. They shouldn't be wearing really tight pants with tight little shirts on and things of that nature. Another thing is, when you put your pictures out there and you don't have any clothes on, it takes a piece of your soul away. I know it might seem cool, to get the likes, to get a lot of people commenting on your pictures, but it takes a little piece of you away that you can never get back. Another thing is, if you're going for certain type of employment or anything that has to do with that, sometimes people check your social media and they judge you by what they see on your pages. And that's pretty much it. That's just a few reasons why we should not dress promiscuous. If you felt this topic, please hit like or subscribe. It's been a pleasure. And until next time, love and peace.